Shalom, Shalom, Brother Raham, again, Mr. Louisiana Saints Camp, coming back at you with another quick hit, another lesson, another video. Alright, before I jump right into it, facing the east, as I'm already doing, giving all infinite honor and glory and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule and peace well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who push this true gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever ye are scattered in these last days. Shalom, Malcolm. Shalom. Alright, Revelation 14, and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. Alright? This is talking about the elect. The name of this video is going to be entitled The Great Deliverance of the Elect. Okay? The Great Deliverance of the Elect. Okay? 144,000, along with the one-third, or just the one-third, are going to be delivered into the kingdom. Okay? And the kingdom is coming down from heaven. Okay? It's not going to be in the sky, in the clouds, like these churches teach. You know, this wicked pastor teach. Okay, when you having all rainbows and cotton candy and candy canes and shit. Okay, riding on all Santa Claus sleigh. No, it is going to be on earth, and Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white people, the white race, and all other heathen nations are going to be captives and slaves in the kingdom. That's prophecy. Okay. So I'm picking it back up, all right? Starting from Revelation 15, what's the lock? Let me get Revelation, Revelation 11. Revelation 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven, saying unto them, come up hither. Means come up to this place on your Yahweh Shai chariot. Alright? That's that hither. It means come to this place. When you look it up in the blue letter Bible, it means come up to this place. On his chariot. On his ship. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai chariot is going to be so fucking big that it's going to block out the whole sun. Okay? We take that in Matthew 24th chapter. Let me get there right quick. Okay, so while the world is in awe over Kobe Bryant's death and his daughter's death, although allegedly, whatever, fuck that. That's a dead ass nigga. Okay? This truth must still go out. This truth must go out. Prophecies to continue to go on. Alright? That nigga's out of here, man. Most High judge today. Alright? And this prophecy must continue. We stick it to prophecy, man. This ain't no distraction over here at Great Millstone. Beginning with the elders. We continue to push prophecy. Okay? You know great death is coming to this place. It's already happening. Alright? It's already happening, man. Matthew 24. Alright, Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. What does it say? And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Stop right there. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of the Son of Man. Okay? After the tribulation, like I said, okay, of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon is not going to give her light. Okay? That's your Yahweh Shai's chariot, blocking out everything. It says, then you're going to see the Son of Man. How you going to see him? Because he's going to be standing on top of the chariot. 2 Ezra 13 chapter. 2 Ezra 13 in verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain. This is what the prophet Ezra saw. It looked like a mountain. This is an ancient man speaking in ancient times. Of seeing something so big, it looked like a damn mountain. This was his chariot. Yahweh's chariot that the prophet Ezra saw. And flew up on it. Flew up on it. Up on it means he was standing on top of it. He is going to be standing on top in the front of the chariot. Okay? Or he may be standing in the middle of the chariot. Just know he's going to be standing on top of that chariot. Okay? It's going to be a star-studded event unlike the likes of history, of mankind history has the world ever seen before. Alright? Back in Matthew 24 and 30 it says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. All the tribes. Put it around. Alright? All the tribes. When you go right here. All the tribes. All nations. All 18 nations are going to see this. All the tribes of the earth are going to mourn. Okay? What does it say? Okay? And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. That's the chariot, like you seen on Independence movie, on Independence Day. You see the clouds move, you see that chariot just break through those clouds. Okay? If you go look at the movie. You see the clouds, and you see that chariot just break through those clouds. Okay? Of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels. Just backing up the topics of the headline of the video that I'm doing. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. That's the great deliverance right there. From one end of heaven to the other, because the elect are scattered abroad. And I can prove that. Right to it. Spirit and power Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day upon Yahweh's return, okay, that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time. The second time. But this time it's only going to be the elect. He's not delivering all nations of Yahshua of Israel this time. It's going to be only the remnant. To recover the remnant, okay, as the seed, okay, only a few good or elect men. Okay, not everybody. That remnant means a few, okay, of his people. Who are his people? The Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Latin-speaking people of the earth, so-called Mexicans, so-called Native Indians, okay, so-called Cubans, okay, Seminole Indians, okay, on and on, okay, which shall be left, God, which shall be left. We read about that in 2 Ezra 13, 15, and 16 as well, man. All right, from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. Because they are scattered all abroad, man, from one end of heaven to the other. That's the great deliverance. That's going to be a great deliverance, man. Okay? Come up hither. All right? So back in what I just read previously in Revelation 11. Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a voice from heaven saying, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Wasn't Elijah taken up on a cloud? A chariot? Not a physical cloud. It's what the prophet saw. Like Ezra saw mountains. Okay? John saw clouds, which are chariots. Okay? Mountains, clouds, those are chariots. Okay? Flying robes. Like Ezekiel saw, those are chariots, flying robes. Okay? And it says, and their enemies beheld them. At the same hour, there was a great earthquake from the nuclear missiles. That's a simultaneous event. The great earthquake. We're seeing earthquakes right now throughout diverse places. Okay, various places all over. But this earthquake is coming from these thermonuclear missiles, the ICBM nuclear warhead missiles. Backing up what I'm reading. All right, this is I'm reading from Revelation 11 and 13. At the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. 7 represents completion. A lot of Israelites are going to be slaughtered, along with the masses of people. Okay? All Edomites are going to be smashed in this time. And all other heathen nations. Okay? Only the elect is going to be saved out of this destruction. Revelation, Colossians, 2 Ezra 16 and 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. Once this radiation hit those waters and whatever like that, okay, they're going to rise way up, big ass 100-foot tidal waves are going to smash the cities, man. Break them down. And I'm going to get a video on that. It's going to be my next video. Pertains to Isaiah 24th chapter. We're in the time of prophecy. The year 2020, year of prophecy. Death, war, famine, pestilence, great destruction. It's happening right now. We're not even in February yet on the Gregorian calendar, and the Most High is punishing this place, and He's punishing the wicked. All right? And the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of His power. This is the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? It says, back in that same chapter, or 2 Ezra 16, it says, strong is His right hand that sent up the bow, man. All right? That bow, that strong arm, that archer, man. All right? It's going to be shot off their launch pad. All right? Revelation 15 and verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass. I'm going to put that picture up. That's going to headline the video. You're going to see it. The sea of glass. Mingled with fire. Below the sea of glass, you're going to see like a fire, man. Like they got these chandeliers in their fucking houses and shit. But beneath you see the floor that's beneath. Okay? Beneath that chandelier of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua chariot, which is the sea of glass, you're going to see fire. Okay? That's going to torch this place called America in certain parts of the earth. Okay? And those that worship the beast, the radio frequency identification chip, okay? The image, the system, okay? And it took the mark of it, you are going to dwell and do your backstroke, your swan dives, okay? Your exercises, your crunches and everything in this thermonuclear fire. Okay, that is a fact, man. A sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that have gotten the victory over the beast. What else? And over his image, as I just said, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass. We're going to be standing on the sea of glass. Whoo! Lord willing, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Lakakodash. We are part of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's elect. And we already visualize it, man. To be a part of this thing. It means a lot to be a part of this body. Okay? Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay? While you're in the house by yourself doing these videos away from the body. Okay? Praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua when you're away from everybody. By yourself. Okay? Meditating on these promises taking place before your very eyes. Being beheaded for this truth. The scripture reads, stand on the sea of glass, having the harp of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the song of the Lamb, Yahushua, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints, the hopefully elect. Giving all infinite honor and glory as I face the east to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Lakakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who push this truth brought the four corners of the earth in these last days. Shalom, Malcolm. Shalom. Alright? I see I'm at 14 minutes. When to close it out, let me get a quick precept. Once again, Revelation 14 and 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb, Yahushua, stood on the Mount Zion. And that is 2 Ezra. Let me get that. I'll close it out. 2 Ezra 2 and 42. I, Esdras, the prophet, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne. You go right there, bro. Okay, so there you have it, all in the nutshell, man. All in the scriptures. Shalom, Akim. Kwan Yashal. Keep pushing now, we're almost out of here.